at the line, the Cardinal offense. And in enemy territory last time through the interception. We'll see what they do on this drive.
Can't wait to see how it alters what they decide to do in play calling. Do they continue to throw the ball? Do they want to lean more on the running game? It'll be an interesting sequence of plays that they've got coming up.
Does it often affect the play calling with the interception? How much does that change what you do?
I think it does depending on why the interception was thrown. Sometimes it's just a matter of the defense made a great play, so you continue to come back. But if it's on you, if the offense just doesn't have the confidence, if they're a little bit shaky, maybe try and take the pressure off and run the ball a little bit.
Trey Burton, the one he was looking for. And that'll make it third down. For the shotgun with Dre. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They're going to look to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 12 yards the pickup. Good enough for an Arizona first.
They ran that one well. And not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. Defensive end DeMarcus Lawrence applied the heat.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Now here's a throw that's complete. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
It's a gain of 6, and it's 3rd down.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Flushed out right. He can run for it, and he will. And they will advance this across midfield, but still well shy of a first as he's tackled at the 47.
A gain of 6 yards on the play. Brings up 4th down.
Here's Matt Weil now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a 1st down. Prescott from the gun. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. That catch good for only a couple.
83. A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 33-yard line.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Prescott with a throw caught by Lamb, and he'll be stopped right at midfield. It's a pickup of 17 and a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Prescott now from the 50. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Looking to throw again on second down. Prescott. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. And he's going to have a first down here. They're also in the field goal.
Yeah, this is a new league.
12 yards there and a first down.
The 28-yard line.
Prescott yet again. Letting one go deep for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys.
Yo. This dude talking trash, too.
Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys will extend their lead.
Partner, to me, that touchdown had something that was kind of rooted in that group seeing the future. What I mean by that is they had a plan. Let's find a way to score right here before the half, and that'll give us momentum going into the second half, give us that cushion that we're looking for. They got that accomplished, scoring right before the half ended.
Set to kick off.
After the touchdown on is Pat O'Donnell to send this one away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play because if you think of...
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off at the 49.
The first down pass.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 49. Following the interception, here's Prescott. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. This will be from 56 yards out. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice. An ambitious effort, but it's well short. So we've reached the intermission in what right now is a 13-point game. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
Okay.
Pat O'Donnell set to kick off.
It'll be the Cardinals who get the ball first. They trail here as we resume action in the third quarter. That'll be taken about a yard deep. Oh, and miscommunication on the lateral. The ball's out. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And that has to be so frustrating because you know that they had something set up there for this first drive of the second half. It wasn't the fumble.
Sometimes no matter what you go over at halftime, no matter what you say, errors will result. And
that is caught. It's Cooper for the Cowboy touchdown. 3 touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further.
Partner, they had a good lead as they went in at the half, and they came out here in the second half and found a way to extend it. I love their consistency. Don't worry about what they said at halftime. This seemed like a team that was ready to play 60 minutes. And while this game is far from over, I love their approach.
And that'll be incomplete. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst. And if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head.
How
because
am I
they're going to
cheating?
run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
I'm not cheating.
Down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
First and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Easy. 3 wide out. Go out of zone, baby. Right here. Damn, cover 3 spy,
Ready
baby.
to go with their next drive,
Damn,
and at the
move
line,
him.
the Cardinal offense.
Come over
and
here.
last time, one play interception, so this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it.
That's DeAndre Hopkins' first catch.
To do with play calling.
Been all
because
up.
a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the
User.
football,
Oh,
give him a
snap.
chance.
Maybe play action.
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Being chased out left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep
Look at that,
left
boy.
side. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off near the 42. And to the 40-yard line.
Play
That's
action.
where the return stops. Boy,
this
so
is a touchdown
another
pass right here.
interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup. That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
Buying time to his left. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
The 24-yard
16 yards, a first down. A first down carry by Elliott. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line.
Brought down behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a yard on the play. Brings up 3rd and 7.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
It's headed right. It's no good. He misses wide of the upright. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, it's still a good-sized lead, so they haven't necessarily needed him, but this is now 2 missed field goals for him in this game so far.
Yeah, and the question now is, will he be prepared when they do need him? Whether that's later in this game or sometime down the line, having a kicker you can count on is definitely imperative.
And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it, and it took the ball off course.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Now he dumps this off over the middle, and he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
And
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Going deep for Hopkins. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at about the 31. And he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. He's going to loft one deep left side here. This is intercepted. Isaiah Simmons picking it off. And he will bring it out past the 20-yard line. They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the 3rd quarter defensively. They did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
Flush to his right. Going deep for Hopkins. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off near the 42. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
CeeDee Lamb is intended target, and it's second down.
I think we can all understand what they're thinking right now. They take over the ball in field goal range after the turnover, so they've got that in their hip pocket. But they've got to go for the end zone and turn this into bigger points. Their thinking is a touchdown is really what they should get from starting here. Getting 3 points at the end of this drive, that would feel disappointing.
Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. And it'll be intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. And the Cardinals are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
They'll take over.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Under pressure, and down he goes in the end zone, and that's a safety. So the screen pass goes backwards. That play seemed to have a potential disaster written all over it from the start.
I mean, wasn't that a tough spot on the field to make that call? You're inviting defensive linemen and linebackers to get pressure. So if one of them sniffs this out, you're definitely in danger, and this time it costs them 2 points. At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
Man.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at the 40. He'll hand it off to Elliott to begin the drive.
Number 21.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10. Well, that was a heck of a play there on the outside.
Partner, sometimes I think on a play like this as a corner, you've got to think to yourself, all I've got to do is slow him down so others can come over and support. But in this case, he said, forget that. I've got this.
And Prescott, his 3rd interception. Picked off around the 41. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line.
1st and 10.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation. But sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been any. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
They'll get only 3 there, so it leaves them with a 3rd and 7 ahead. They'll roll him out right. This one into the hands of Burton. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down. A little risky there when you roll out of that pocket right like he did. You complete the pass, but you don't get anything out of it.
But how many times have we seen when a quarterback exits out of the pocket, doesn't matter whether they go left or right, the defense loses its leverage, right? There's a little chaos back there.
And now here is another interception. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And it's a big turnover there on the final play of the quarter. Back now in Arlington. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead. Elliott on 1st down, going to get about 3 before he's taken down.
Well, partner, Marvin Ruben, our #1 stats guy, just handed me a little card that says he has 97 yards on the ground today. You think he's going to get the ball again?
I think so. 3 away from that century mark. Got to have it.
Yeah, and I think what they're going to call is one of his favorite runs, whatever he feels comfortable with, and what the offensive line has executed well today to try and get him over 100 yards.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow him down.
And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. That'll put him over 150 yards receiving now. Quite a ball game and a first down. They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. And he's got his man on the out route. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. From the red zone now, Prescott. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. A.J. Boye with a pick. And he returns it up just shy of the 20 to the 19-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. The interception was a good starting point, but still a huge hill to climb with his 3-score deficit. And time. And got his man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. It's a gain of 34. 34 yards. They'll look to throw here on first down. The 20. That's going to be caught by Kirk. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. 35 yards the gain there. Another first down as well. Stepping up, he'll try. And a loose football. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, you'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. Prescott now after the fumble recovery. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete. They're still throwing the football here, and obviously the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
Yeah, I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. And here's motion again. And that's going to be 2 in a row. So they'll walk him back half the distance. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. 4 yards on the pickup, and they're going to have a 3rd down. Great change up there on the route and got that inside release, made it a successful pitch and catch.
Well, the first thing you want to do is have him thinking that you're going outside. Make a move in that direction. Then you really don't run the route against the whole body of the defender. You run against a half of him, and the inside half, and he took it right across his face.
And my goodness, another interception.
You'll get nothing.
Isaiah Simmons picking it off, and they will score. It's a pick 6 for the Cardinals touchdown. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score. Now the extra point try forthcoming. It's up and good, and it's now 28-14.
Makes the score Cowboys 28, Cardinals 14. Tucker McCann set to kick off.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
That's the reason we ball for.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And the pick six we just saw makes things a little more interesting. Still, though, a two-possession game as they control their destiny in this fourth quarter. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll try and run some clock now with Elliott. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42.
Ezekiel Elliott, the ball carrier.
Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I know the game's not over, but there's got to be a sense of satisfaction right now for the guy carrying the football a bunch today. 99 yards, and he has enough time to go over the century mark.
You got to give it to him again, right?
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. You're not worried about losing yardage here. You're not worried about any of that. You just want to get him to the promised land for every runner. 100 yards or more in a game.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. 10th carry now for Elliott. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Now flags fly in, and one of the Cowboys looked like he got going a little early. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long.
53 to Mike. 53, check 53.
Throwing here, Prescott. Able to hit his target, Lamb. There he goes left side. Touchdown, Cowboys. CeeDee Lamb. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Cowboys will add on to their lead. Got to be feeling confident they're going to get off the schneid. An old coach told me he calls this a relief win. You know, 0-3 would have been bad. You get to 1-2, you feel a lot better, don't you?
That is so...
Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And this is incomplete.
Well, I have to admit, I'm scratching my head a little bit here trying to make sense of what I just saw. Number one, huge lead. Just kick the extra point and be done with it. Number two, if you are going to go for 2, just line up and go for it from the 2-yard line. Why make it so difficult? That's a long way to go to try and pick up some points.
After the touchdown on is Pat O'Donnell to send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Their own 25-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And just looking ahead, it would appear that that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one. They'll probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. The Pro Bowler DeAndre Hopkins, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd and short.
And 3 yards to go.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Forced out to his, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. The offense staying out there. They look prepared to go here on 4th and 10. A hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position.
Mike, 53.
Well, Prescott here to throw. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now. CeeDee Lamb is intended target. And that'll bring up second down.
Baker there on the coverage.
Now Prescott. Eluding the pressure right. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. Oh, now look at this. They're lining up to add 3 more. A little insult to injury here late in the game. Now whistles and a timeout called here. Not sure of the point of this, but they'll stop it with 4 seconds to go in the game. Oh, now look at this. They're lining up to add 3 more. A little insult to injury here late in the game. Right hash mark, a 42-yard attempt. And this one is no good. He missed it. And this score will stay right where it is. So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys. And I tell you what, I can't remember a defensive performance as good as this one. They seemingly forced turnover after turnover after turnover every time you turned around.
Yeah, you can just keep going with it, can't you? After turnover, after turnover. As this game unfolded, they were doing all the dictating, right? They told the offense exactly how it was going to go down today. So you saw them deflate with every series, didn't you? Every time they ran onto the field, it was slower and slower to get to the football because they just felt like if we go out there, we're just going to turn it over anyway. So
Catch y'all fellas later, man. That's 7 games in a row.
So for the Cowboys, they're into the win column now as they